Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Horned Frogs will put it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. So the Houston Cougars offense takes the field for the first time today. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple of years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape. Fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football. They don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. Off play action. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up first. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs it right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical. They love running the football. That's their identity. But the defense getting that stop on 3rd and short against the run, that sets a very clear message that they've shown up to play. They know it's coming, and they're going to be here all day.
TCU! Special teams coming through the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you can see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Come on.
Calls it in.
Right there.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
No.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Pulls it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. He breaks a tackle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Under fire. He'll throw it. It's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of put him out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense. Pressure the quarterback.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Houston! Fit it in the window for the score.
And one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Coming out with it, it's Lanier. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So TCU's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs to.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? So whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down. That
Bill's defense has been the difference maker, though, whether they're winning or losing. 20.8 points per game versus the Chiefs in the regular season versus 34.8 in the playoffs, going back to 2020. Buffalo has now improved to 6-2, and they've won 2 straight games after losing 2 consecutive. And then they had that bye, and now they're coming out playing like a completely different team. 2 elements jumped out to me today. The reasons why I think this year could be different for Buffalo.
the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
He made a difference. He made plays.
The offense changing the play. They'll move the tight end.
He fits a desperate need for them.
To the air, it's Hawkins. On the move to his left. Caught near the sticks. It's Clinton. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Including the postseason, that breaks the NFL record for quarterbacks. Scared if they can't. He is now
looking to fire. Pressure coming. The throw. Grabbed near the marker. It's small. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And the Horned Frogs are flying down the field. Here's the give off the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space.
Oh!
He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right into the
end zone he goes. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses. Backed up, bad position, you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he takes this from inside the 5. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He'll pull it down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second.
James Cook again runs for I'm not so sure I'm going to make the case for MVP up the field. We're just talking about not up the lead. I don't know the table, but based on accomplishment,
the give to the running back from the shotgun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Running through contact. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners are smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
I like the play call on offense. I like trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Houston will be forced to punt. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown.
15% to 1 yard. A 55.1 passer rate. Trouble with the blitz is an issue.
Oh, for frick's this.
That is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
You know, the season to this point was out of order. Now they win as 9-point dogs on the road in division. They're 1 game back. That's 3 teams for a playoff spot. And I think that's credit.
On the ground, it's Palmer. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Deserves a lot of credit for that because a lot of us were questioning.
He wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
Come on, man. Get in for the damn ball.
Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Quick completion to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Trying to barrel in. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. Great job by the back on the option. Extra point here will tie the game. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stops at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. keeping it on the ground with the running back. At the 35, he's open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Hawkins. That's reeled in, it's small. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. The Horned Frogs can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. Turning it on. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he'll race it to the house. TCU.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Miami. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Sure hands, it's Thurman. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground. Nice job understanding. Just got to jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout. And these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen on him. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. They go to the draw. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play.
They proved it tonight in prime time.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we're going to have to watch out for them potentially going forward.
Yeah, they keep doing it, too. They keep winning on the road. They keep, every time there's a test in front of them, even when they lose, it's a close game. Mike Ortiz is with us, betting expert, Betway USA, at Trust Ortiz on X. What do you make of this Monday Night Football matchup? Arizona on the road at Dallas. Cowboys are laying 3.5. Your total's 53.5. Looks like it's going to be Jacoby Brissett at quarterback for Arizona, although I think there's a chance maybe there's some packages for Kyler Murray as well. And then for Dallas, coming off a beatdown against Denver, feels like they're going to be playing pretty aggressively, at least offensively, like they're capable of. What do you think of this matchup?
Right behind you and get some yardage.
The Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Every percent's going to be coming in. Likely going to be the starter for tomorrow. You know, the defense is the problem.
Might be changing the route. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. He's going for a big play downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
The one thing that does help the Dallas Cowboys in this matchup is that the Arizona secondary.
And the Horned Frogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short.
So if this game has potential for, you know, fireworks, you're, you know, on the Dallas Cowboys side of that. Like I said, the X factor of this game will be the Dallas Cowboys.
The give to the back. Inside the 45. Crosses the 30. He's got a leg. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executed beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Houston offense comes onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is important to the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. End of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pitting their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
You know, they played a lot of these last year. They have to get up and down the court.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the handoff. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of the yardage he could on the punt return. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
Full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here, man. Such great starting field position.
It's just going to take one play, right? They've got the weapons outside. Give a guy an opportunity to make a play in the end zone. Think about the momentum change that would create.
I know that comes to Doc when, you know, a team loses.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
But maybe at least that, you know, they got to have to.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. They'll run the screen. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
I wouldn't mind sprinkling a little bit of lunch money on
3rd and short, the power run here. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team.
The championship, cut down the nets at the end of the year. Who would you bet right now in terms of value for college basketball?
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at A&G.
Leadership in the transfer portal from those guys, but they're more of a veteran team this year. I expect them to, be a force to be reckoned with, and plus 1,200 is just insane. Insane value. Sorry.
Yeah, and they know how to play with each other. He's Mike Ortiz. Give him a follow. Betting expert, Betway USA, at Trust Ortiz on X. Thanks so much for doing this, man. We'll do it again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm getting into the futures a little bit early this year in college hoops. In fact, I was going to save it for the end of the show. I
Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away.
Smith Cronin's known for defense. He's known for a team physical.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I routed my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And now on second down for this offense.
He wants to get down in threes. They were top 20 at Sanford when they were there. Turnover percentage on defense the last 2 seasons. Top 25 pace pretty much every single year. Elite three-point shooting. They got a late start in the quarter, but that doesn't mean they didn't get stuck. The guys that fit what he wants to do. Isaac's coming off injury.
Gonna run it. It's Lanier. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there. Just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Pulls and fired complete. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
But with the sharp plays, you don't have to. Backed by cutting edge AI, trusted sources, and over 60%
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
5 years, auto repair costs have gone up 36%. Warranty is expired.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So now it's 2nd and long.
Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at a certified mechanic.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Houston will be forced to punt. Makes a catch, wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the guys.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. He slings it deep to the left. And he's got it at the tag. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Hefton is coming out on the goal line. Wide receiver going in motion. Walking for a path to the end zone to the right. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
A lot of times you know.
First play following the turnover. 26-yard touchdown.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned.
4-play, 87-yard drive, 60-yard via Cody White to make it 28-0. Cody White was 9.5 to 1 for an anytime touchdown in the game. Before the end of the half, a rushing touchdown by Jaden Daniels makes it 28-7.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout.
Touchdowns there. He finishes the game with 330 pass yards, 4 touchdowns and interception. He goes 21 of 23. But the story from this game and fallout is on the other side, because Jaden Daniels, late in the game in the 4th quarter, on the verge of punching in a touchdown for the Commanders.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
And goes down in pain. At first, I thought it was a leg injury or a head injury. Instead, it was a left arm injury.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
He left the game under his own power in a big arm brace. Walking into the locker room, seeing the quotes coming out after the game, I don't see anything that there's no guessing.
And they're going to try this on 4th down. They need a 4 or 5 yards to get it into the end zone, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, TCU! And the route is on. They got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up by 21 over Washington State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Going right to work up top. Looking down the middle. Got his man on the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it on the 29. 1st and 10 as the clock winds. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Go to VC.com/NFL-props.
Off the play fake. Almost had the conversion. Just missed it.
There's an example, Jesse, of the receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, to make it look good and cover up for all those balls y'all don't throw up line, but that would hit in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Deterred any steps away by these defenses. Why wouldn't we go to Pittsburgh and just run up and down?
We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
It's about picking and spot an opportunity.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
Going up against a coach in Mike Tomlin, who's made a living of covering as a home underdog in his career. So, to me, I looked at this completely wrong. The situation said Pittsburgh was the right side, catch the 3, 3.5, however you want to bet or however you got it. But Mike Tomlin, at home, as an underdog, against an offense that no one had figured out yet, that was the situation. The story of the team was in the 31-50 for 3-2. So he was a place. He was a best. The Steelers defense completely rattled him.
They'll go back to work with the 1st down in the final period.
that I saw pretty much the entire run quarterback of my team.
On the run, it's Lanier. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
By the way, the Steeler defense he saw was not that old seven. Chargers defense here. I'm concerned about the folks. I'm concerned people are figuring them out. I know it's just isolated one game in a vacuum.
Looking for a man. It's Grant. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And this will be it to complete a big hit there, pushes second down.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Quarterback empties his backfield.
Cameron Limit, 14 carries, 35 yards. Mike Tomlin.
Looking downfield on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
You got to give this defense credit because they bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The Cougars have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Red pass, it's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Hand off from the gun. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number. And here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Quick strike through the air for the score. Well, that was a nice little pitch and catch there.
And when you get in the red zone, you're thinking run, run. The field shrinks. You see the tight ends really come into play in this area of the field. The big body guys that you can fake a little run action, throw over the football for the touchdown.
And the point after is good.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense.
And so much more to help you win a championship. If you do not have any drops, you should not make any ads. Listen right now on Channel 87 in the car.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
Omaha Steaks delivers the kind of exceptional flavor that brings people together.
Might as well give it to him again.
Burgers, amazing appetizers, and everything.
Got some room, and to the goal line. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game is pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. You know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence. It makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it on the left. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the ground with the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Not much running. They hit and break a tackle and still break another tackle and try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
Throws toward the end zone.
It's Sunday. The game's over.
And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield. They couldn't hook up.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
I've spent a lot of time on this show.
They'll give it to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes. Nowhere to hide.
Motion from the wide out.
to be your most valuable player.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, when you say, guys.
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead, because they've got bigger goals down the road.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team can be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.
It is a division win. That's in the AFC. Where the Jacksonville Jaguars right now are plus 290. And I think they may be worth a little. And by the way, I think Trevor Lawrence stinks. He gutted it through today, playing sick, winning in overtime at the Raiders. But I think he stinks. But I do think that number doesn't reflect the opportunity that this team has going forward in that division. Indy's minus 240. So Jacksonville plus 230. Think about the schedules coming up for these teams. What Indy? Indy coming off a loss against the Steelers. Did they just get exposed? Well, they have Atlanta next. And Atlanta's a pretty good defense. And if they're unable to move the ball against Atlanta, as much as they've disappointed this year, they're capable of beating the Colts. Then they go to Kansas City to the Colts. And they have Houston. Then they're at Jacksonville, which will help decide this division. Then they go to Seattle. So think about the travel. Down to Jacksonville, back to Indy, up to Seattle, which is a difficult place to play. And Seahawks are playing incredible football. Then they have San Francisco, Jacksonville, and Houston. On the other side, listen to this for Indy. They may have lucked out. We don't know the status of C.J. Stroud. He left today's loss by the Texans to the Broncos with a concussion, but it looked pretty bad. Is he going to be playing this week? Because the Jacksonville Jaguars go to Houston. And if it's Davis Mills, the Jacksonville Jaguars can and should win that game. Then they're going to take on the Chargers. Joe Alton injury. He's going to likely have a procedure done on his ankle because it looks like he's sprained the same high ankle sprain they had a couple weeks ago. And that whole team loses their identity without Joe Alton. Then they go to Arizona. They go to Tennessee. Then they have the Colts. The Jets at Denver, at Indy versus Tennessee. I see a lot of winnable games. I think Jacksonville will win at Houston, can win versus the Chargers, can win at Arizona, win at Tennessee. If they can reel off 3 or 4 wins in a row here, that number's going to shorten up a lot. I think the Jags are an interesting look when it comes to that division. Now here's the long shot I want to put you. Because it's a long shot for a reason. You're going to think I'm crazy. But the Minnesota Vikings are 35-1 to win the NFC. At Dustin Tweedleton, at Am I off my rocker? Because what I saw today from J.J. McCarthy was a more refined passer. Like, I'm trying to compare him to another quarterback in the league. To me, J.J. McCarthy, let's compare him to Bo Nix, because there's athleticism, there's different arm talent. Bo Nix probably has a bigger arm. J.J. McCarthy has a more accurate arm. He's a little bit more athletic, but maybe not as fast as Bo Nix. Like, I think it's like cheese and crack. Bo Nix is Cheese Whiz and Tristan, or Wheat Thin. And then you got a more refined talent with J.J. McCarthy. He's like 3 cheese. And whatever those fancy crackers are, there's no salt, it's circular, like the wafer, I don't know what they're called. But either way, it's elegant. It's a little bit better. And that's what we see from McCarthy, the potential there. Now, he's a young quarterback. There's going to be ups and downs. But the defense stepped up against Detroit on the road in a way you wanted it to. Like, that was the Vikings defense I wanted to see. If JJ can just manage things, just kind of keep the ship on course, is there any chance Minnesota can win the NFC at 35-1? They have a chance to win the division, which you can get at a big number right now, with Detroit losing, Green Bay losing, and Chicago losing. Vikings are now 4-4 on the season. They're 13-1 to win the division. I don't mean that. But if they get the dance, can that defense do enough? The problem I have with betting this play, and again, these are not auto lines. this is me having a conversation with you after the games have ended. But the schedule for Minnesota is not easy this year. That's the problem I have with backing Minnesota, because while they're a game back of a lot of these playoff teams right now, they're just a lot up against it when it comes to the schedule. Baltimore, Chicago, at Green Bay, at Seattle, Washington, whatever, at Dallas. Are they built for a shootout? The Cowboys at the Giants. That could be interesting. Detroit again. And Green Bay. Ain't the schedule for the Vikings, so that will be a stay away. How about the Broncos at 7.5 to 1? We have to have a discussion about this, because you guys know I am the last person to want to defend Bo Nix. But at the same time, Bo Nix in the fourth quarter versus Bo Nix in quarters 1 through 3, it's two different players. I mean, something happened where he's able to make plays happen. Now, is that him making that occur? Or is that the defense getting a little bit softer in games where Denver's trailing, they're throwing from behind, looking at soft coverages, and he just throwing underneath? There's an element where that's at play here, but at the same time, you have to acknowledge what the Broncos are. They're an elite defense where they have a guy at quarterback, Trigger, that they just want it to be a 50-50 shot in the fourth quarter. If they can keep it close and give their dude a chance to have a drive to win the game or tie the game late, they believe they can do it. And Bo Nix is proving he's capable of doing it. The problem is, he is so ill-prepared and bad in the first 3 quarters, there's a chance the margin's too great late in the game. He can't get there. I love the defense. I'll never back Bo Nix. So unfortunately, can't bet that right now at 7.5 to 1. Some other interesting player, prisoner of the moment plays here and cashing out that jumped out to me as these odds have resurfaced. We have Jonathan Taylor minus 135 for offensive player of the year. He's 135 right now. We have at 27. So he's still the odds-on favorite. But Jackson Smith-Njigba is inching closer and closer. JSN's now plus 340. I think we're at a point where we have to buy JSN because I don't think he's slowing down. And for a running back in Jonathan Taylor, he needs the game script on his side. And if Daniel Jones looks like the old Daniel Jones like he looked like today against the Steelers, the game script and flow won't be there for JT to do what he needs to do to win this award. Now is the time we have to place it back. We have to bet JSN at plus 340. That's what we're going to do. I think about keeping the coup at 9 to 1, but honestly, he knocks himself in and out of games so much, I'm not sure we have to worry about it. Jim Cook, based on the production, 25 to 1, we may have to start thinking about that. If you look at the game logs for him, he's putting up some pretty crazy numbers for the Buffalo Bills right now. And if Josh Allen's the guy who gets all the love for MVP, if Cook ends up having a crazy season and the stats are in my pocket, he could be in the mix. McCaffrey at 9 to 1, I understand as well. And he's doing everything for that San Francisco offense at this point in time. And then real quickly back to J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings. Looking at comeback players, he's 60 to 1. Now, based on the parameters, right, that they brought in 2 years ago, they said it's a player overcoming obstacles involving injury. And a lot of us said, well, we can't bet J.J. McCarthy at the beginning of the year because he's not coming back from an injury. He never started technically. He got injured before he ever played his first game in the league. However, now we can add twofold to the conversation. If we want to reframe our argument, we can say, while he was rehabbing last year, he came back late, got hurt this year, and now within this season, he's come back from an injury. He's 60 to 1 for comeback players. Dak Prescott's your favorite at even money. CMC's plus 155. Hutchinson's plus 470. Daniel Jones is 7.5 to 1. If Daniel Jones wins the award after I lost Sam Darnold basically in the same role a year ago, based on these new parameters, I will be calling off sick that day and protesting at the NFL office. I will guarantee you that. But right now, McCarthy is 60 to 1. That's a big number. Considering it, even though I do think there's a chance, he is not eligible. I will run down the cards for Week 10 in the NFL. Rip it and rip it coming up on the other side of Cashing Out. Actual
price will depend on product and subscription plan. Your products are contaminated drug products. The CFDA does not approve or verify receipt, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider for determining appropriate. See website for details, restricting and safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can easily find the right home insurance for you, even if it's not with Progressive. But if you don't choose us, then sure, okay, it's not going to work out. We're not going to cry about it or stay awake wondering what our future together would have looked like. We can't get emotionally invested, even if it sounds like we are. Progressive's Home Quote Explorer allows you to easily compare home insurance rates and coverages in one place, even if it's not with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates of third-party insurance. Comparison rates not available in all states and situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. I love you. I shouldn't have said that.
Stern is second to none. Humble, just, humane, temperate, sincere, dignified, and makes you like this.
Come up to that. Look around every single day. You are pretty much the best you do in the world.
You make it happen because you're easy to talk to.
I'm just blown away by the talent you have.
Now, if you bring out the honesty in people, man, love that.
It was fun. I never thought this would be like this. I thought I wanted to my kids out.
Only at Power 100. Now available to more subscribers.
Sunday football is back, and if you're looking for a pregame show designed with bettors and fantasy enthusiasts in mind, listen to Beason's Pro Football Tailgate Show. Each Sunday, Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard get you ready for the games with the latest news and odds changes. Dr. David Shallow provide the injury updates, and Warren Sharp and John Hansen offer their best plays of the day. The Beason Pro Football Tailgate Show, Sundays from 9 to noon Eastern on Beason, Channel 158. Your favorite Beason shows and personalities are now available to download this podcast. Catch every hour a broadcast with Beason Best Bets, or find your go-to show and download it directly. Get instant reactions to last night's games, sharp analysis on today's biggest matchups, and everything in between. Whether you're computing, working out, or just catching up, Beason lets you take the action with you wherever and whenever you want. Search Beason on your favorite podcast platform and get in on the action with Beason, the Sports Betting Network.
Progressive's Teen Driver Discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver Discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
Responsible sports betting starts with a game. That means stick to a budget. Keep it social by playing with friends. Learn the game and know the odds. Play with trusted legal operators. And if you need help, reach out. If you're getting in on the action, visit haveagameplan.org to learn more.
Hey, this is Grace Armington for Beason, the Sports Betting Network. Don't sleep on Wisconsin at 75-1 this basketball season. The Badgers bring back stars John Blackwell and Nolan Winter from a top 25 efficiency team and add key transfers like Nick Boyd and Andrew Roden. Regular system keeps the modern offense rolling. With 5 shooters on the floor, Wisconsin spacing and smarts make them a real threat in March. Sign up for Beason Pro to receive daily best bets, live video, bet tools, and more for only $1.58. Use the promo code GRACE at Beason.com/subscribe.
Sports Betting Network.
Man, what a day in the NFL. Welcome back in. It's Cashing Out Beason, the Sports Betting Network. I'm Justin Sweetelson. As we wrap up the day of the National Football League, in case you missed it, Sunday Night Football, Seahawks with a big win on the road in the nation's capital, dominating the Commanders 38-14. The big story there, big game. Left the game in the fourth quarter after taking a big hit and holding his left arm, his non-throwing arm, and left the game under his own power, however, a big stoppage during the contest to tend to him on the field and losing a big break. We don't have an update on the situation right now. Saw David Grimm with his quote, talking about how he never thought about taking Daniels out of the game. Hindsight, you know, when we look back on it and say, yeah, I mean, you weren't going to win the game. What's the point of leaving him in there? I think circumstances are different with every player and the situation. Daniel's the guy coming off an injury. I don't know why he's been in a game. We're getting completely blown out. So just my 2 cents on that. However, during the break, I want to add, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I talk a lot of smack around here. I'm willing to take some chances with it. And based on tonight's performance, I think I have to keep with my Seattle could be the 1 seed in NFC conversation. Sam Darnold went 21 of 24 for 330 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception. You look at the numbers he's putting up, going back to the beginning of last year. I keep saying it. I know I'm annoying. But the fact of the matter is, go back to this week 1 of 2024 to right now, and all the games being played. It's basically 1.5 seasons. Sam Darnold is putting up numbers that are on a top 3 to 5 level in the NFL. If you want to take Mahomes over him, of course, I understand that. But I'm going based off results and production, and to me, because of that, I just bet the break. Sam Darnold MVP at 20-1. He's playing at that level. I don't see it slowing down. His defense is dominant. If they are indeed the 1 seed, and the road wins they've had with the way they have to travel, I think Sam Darnold could be in the conversation. Full transparency, get my butt whipped in this market right now. I have Goff 18-1, Hurts 18-1, Stafford 55-1, which may have a chance to James Davis 50-1. So tell me if you're going with it. All right, real quickly, it's now time for Grip It and Rip It, part of our decent morning bets segment, where I look at the next week's line in the National Football League, as we are looking now at Week 10 in the NFL. We'll begin Thursday Night Football. Raiders going to the Broncos. And right now, Denver's laying 10, totals 42.5. Give me the under. The Raiders are doing nothing offensively on the road against the Broncos. And shortly in division, maybe Denver